shine together. Told you I'll be here forever. Said I'll always be your friend. Took no promise to get. Baby, you're so pretty. What's your nationality? Ear black, eyes brown, good quality. You're so pretty. You don't even follow me. Never put you in the DM, but you leave this shit unseen. You're so pretty. You don't even need IG.
Hello beautiful, today we are doing butterfly locks. The first hair you're going to need is the 3X pre-stretched Jamaican twist, 36 inches. The next one that you're going to need is the 3X water wave runaway, which is 18 inches. Then you need the 3X water wave runaway in the color 316. And then you need edge wax and a crochet needle. You also need scissors to cut the hair. So first you cut the Jamaican twist in half because the length that I wanted was like a shoulder length and I needed it to be, cut for it to reach that length. Then I take a piece of water wave braid and then I start stretching it out until it's fluffy the way I like it. You want to make sure the curls aren't as defined anymore. Then when it looks the way you want it to look, you're going to cut it in half. Then you're going to take one piece of the hair that you fluffed out and another piece of the Jamaican twist and put it together. You're going to crochet this into one braid. So you're going to open the hook of the crochet and you're going to put both pieces of hair into it. And then you're going to close the hook, as you can see here. Just watch how I do it, it'll help you understand it better. Once you get it through the braid, you're going to pull one side out. Then you're going to make sure that one side of the Jamaican twist is shorter than the other. So the side that you want to wrap the water wave twist around should be longer than the shorter side of the Jamaican twist, if that makes sense. But watch how I do it. Then you're going to hold the pieces of hair that you're not using together and you're going to wrap the water wave twist around that hair, meaning that the water wave twist is the longest piece and you're holding the other side of the water wave twist and the Jamaican twist, the shorter piece and the longer piece, together. So as you can see here, I'm just wrapping it tightly. So just keep wrapping it and make sure that you're not leaving any spaces. So as you can see here, I'm separating the hair a little bit to make sure that it covers a bigger piece as I go. So this is basically like the base of the butterfly locks. So this part you're going to wrap it as tightly as possible to make sure that you're holding the hair. Especially at the root, make sure you wrap it because the root is the part that needs to be the most secure. Then as the water wave braid starts to get smaller and smaller as you go down, you're going to take another piece and add it onto it. Or you're gonna start from where you ended and you're gonna continue wrapping. And as you go down, as you can see here, it gets thinner and thinner, but we're going to fix that later. When you're done wrapping, you're going to take another piece of hair and do the same thing that you did before. So you're going to take the curly water wave hair and you're going to stretch it out and make it fluffy. Then you're going to fold the end of the hair and you're going to wrap upwards like you see me doing here. This is so that you seal the end and then you just keep wrapping. And as you can see here, in order to make it distressed, I just put my finger there and wrap on top of my finger. And then I leave it and continue to wrap. But if that doesn't work for you, you can just wrap it but loosely, and then you see that it just makes it a little bit more distressed. Or you can actually take your fingers and pull out some of the hair to make it distressed. When you get towards the ending of the hair, it gets thinner, so make sure that you're wrapping it tightly to make sure that it doesn't come out. So try to wrap it as tight as possible, kind of like you're trying to seal it. So this is how the hair looks when done. So if you want your hair to be thinner, this is how you leave it. You won't continue to wrap it, but because I don't like the thin look and I want mine to be thicker, I continue to wrap it again. I wrap it basically like 2 or 3 times to make sure it's thicker and fluffier. Here I'm going to show you guys the steps again as to how to do it, and it's basically the same process, but this time I'm using blonde hair, and I just wanted to show you guys the steps so that if you're using colored hair, it shows you how exactly to do it, because it's the same process, but with colored hair it's a little bit harder. Now you're going to start twisting. Like I said before, the bottom of the hair is the most important part, so you're going to make sure that you wrap it about 5 times, as much as you need to for it to be secure, and keep wrapping it to make sure that it's tight. If you're doing colored locks, I recommend that you get your Jamaican hair the same color as your water wave twist, just because it's just much easier that way, because I struggled using the blonde water wave twist to cover the black hair. So if you have the same hair, it will be much easier, and if you do make some mistakes, it won't show as much. One tip that I would say is helpful is to make sure that you separate the hair before you wrap it, just so it covers more hair, especially for colored hair. So I did most of it off camera because I needed to look in the mirror to do it, because the blonde hair was so hard to do. Like honestly, like I spent so much time on this one and I was just so proud of myself at how it looked. But yeah, so I just had to use a mirror and look at what I was doing and make sure that I was wrapping all of the black hair so it wasn't showing. As you can see here, I folded the end and I'm wrapping the hair upward. I'm using a new piece of hair, by the way, to wrap it upward. In order to make it more distressed, I'm wrapping it loosely and leaving out some curls. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to turn on your post notification bell to be alerted every time I post a new video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye, beautiful.